Yes. Network layer does not take any kind of guarantee, means your packet is arrived or not. That is taken care by the data link, transport layer. Since each packet is routed individually, it is possible that the packet is received out of order. In order, your packet must received in order. That is also taken care by the transport layer, not by the uh, network layer. Okay, so I want to tell, means we are going to discuss next topic, that is stop and wait ARQ, stop and wait protocol, then go back and ARQ, then sliding window protocol. So how they came in picture, why we study that protocol, that's why I tell you. And means out of order packet delivery is done by the network layer, but you want in order delivery, then in that case you are using the TCP, or you are using the concept of transport layer. For providing the connection oriented services, we use the TCP, and it is necessary to have a reliable data transfer protocol to ensure delivery of all packets and to enable the receiver to deliver the packet in order to the application layer. Means first you establish the connection. For connection oriented purpose, we are using the TCP, and TCP use the concept of acknowledgement, and it will give the guarantee, or it will give the ensurety of the delivery of the packet. So a simple alternating bit reliable data transfer protocol can be designed using some basic tool. The protocol is also known as stop and wait protocol. Means कि जो आपका एक अल्टरनेटिंग बिट आरडीटी प्रोटोकॉल्स मीन्स एक प्रोटोकॉल डिजाइन किया गया, कुछ टूल डिजाइन किया गया, कुछ बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट का यूज करके, ठीक है, उस प्रोटोकॉल को हम नाम देते हैं स्टॉप एंड वेट प्रोटोकॉल। आफ्टर सेंडिंग ईच पैकेट, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ स्टॉप एंड वेट? आफ्टर मीन्स क्या करते हैं इसमें, आफ्टर सेंडिंग ईच पैकेट, the sender wait for the feedback, sender wait for the acknowledgement from the receiver, that is indicating that the packet has been received or not received. Okay, so I think you must get the idea. Next paragraph is important for you. But in this stop and wait protocol, we send only one bit at a time, so the transmission time is very high. Means the time consuming protocol. I will discuss you in detail what are the limitation and what are the advantage of stop and wait protocol. To remove this disadvantage, to improve the efficiency, to improve the transmission rate, one more protocol come into picture. The reliable data transfer protocol must use the concept of pipeline. Pipeline, I am assume that you know the concept of pipeline, that you studied in the computer organization. This allow the sender to have a large number of packet in the pipeline. This phrase refer to the packet that have means uh, directly, indirectly, it is talking about the sliding window protocol. Okay, so now we are going to discuss. Please, everybody come with copy and pen and note down one by one. In your syllabus, RDT is a topic, means reliable data transfer. but the actual meaning, the actual we are going to discuss in this, that is alternate name of this is flow control. My screen is visible, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next assignment is access control in data link layer. That is fifth unit topic, एक्सेस कंट्रोल. इसमें आपको चॉइस है. इफ यू वांट टू सबमिट योर असाइनमेंट इन हैंड रिटन, then you can submit. If you want to prepare a word document file, then that is also allowed. If you want to prepare the PPT, that is also allowed. Whatever choice, whatever you want, you can do, but it is your next assignment, access control method. Access control method. Please do study in detail. और इसमें आपको क्या करना है, ये आपको एक्सप्लेन करना आना चाहिए कि एक्सेस कंट्रोल मेथड क्या है. रिटर्न के लिए आपको मैंने चॉइस दे दिया है, आप हैंड रिटन करें, वर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट करें या पीपीटी बनाएं, वो चॉइस टोटल आपकी है. मेरी साइड से कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है आप लोगों पे. ठीक है. टिल द एंड ऑफ द लेक्चर प्लीज कंफर्म डेट एंड टाइम. Date and time. Okay, next we are going to discuss the flow control, or we can say that the RDT, reliable data transfer. The basic idea of reliable data transfer I will give. Sorry, I already told. In flow control, there are two things. What is for noiseless? One is for noiseless channel. And another is for noisy channel. In this noiseless channel, we use the stop and wait, and for noisy channel we study, that is stop and wait, ARQ, go back and ARQ, and selective repeat. ARQ. Guys, please be concentrate. This is one of the difficult topic if you are in your syllabus or in your computer network. One of the difficult topic. If you concentrate, then it is very easy. If you are not concentrate, then it is very difficult. Stop and wait protocol. Means stop and wait protocol means sender send packet and wait for wait for acknowledgement. Wait for acknowledgement from the receiver. This is the basic idea. After explaining the basic idea, stop and wait protocol, I asking the question who are not replying in the class, in today class. The punishment of the whole class. Punishment of the whole class is that I am not sharing your third unit notes, because I already shared, that is my handwritten notes, and I already shared the frozen book. But I prepared two more notes, that is detailed notes with previous year question explanation, and one more notes is that the transport layer notes, transport layer units notes, that is topic wise notes also. I already prepared two notes, but if your performance is poor, then I am not going to share with you. This is your punishment if you are not performing in the class. So guys, be attentive, or if you don't want notes, then please, whatever I write on the screen, maintain your handwritten notes. Stop and wait protocol. What you understand by stop and wait protocol? Stop and wait protocol is the simplest flow control protocol. The simplest flow control protocol. It work under the following assumption. First assumption is that communication channel is perfect. And another assumption is that no error occur during transmission. No error occur during transmission. This is the basic assumption of the stop and wait protocol. Nero, unmute yourself. Khanpraji, unmute yourself. What I tell?
Tell the stop and wait protocol. In the stop and wait protocol is the simple flowchart of protocol, and in the stop and wait protocol, first we have sender is sent the packet, and in this process wait for acknowledgement, and then you have to tell two assumptions. Communication channel is perfect is first assumption, and second is no error occurred during transmission is the second assumption.
Okay. Okay. How? Let's discuss its working. Stop and wait AR protocol working. First, I want to tell you some basic point, that is theory point you must note down in your notebook. Then I explain each point. Please note down in your notebook. First thing is that the sender sends a data packet to the receiver. Just I give the whatever I am saying. Please take a note. Sender and receiver. First thing is that sender send a packet. Sender send a packet to the receiver. That is packet number 1. Packet number 1. Sender stop. Now sender stop. Stop and wait for the acknowledgement from the receiver. Now receiver give the acknowledgement. Once the acknowledgement is received, then sender send another packet. Sender send another packet, that is packet number 2, but packet number 2 is lost in between. Now what happened? What is the problem with this? That is means sender receiver not receive any segment or any packet from the sender, but sender not receive any acknowledgement from the receiver. Means sender wait for acknowledgement. Sender wait for acknowledgement. And receiver wait for, here at this point, receiver wait for packet. There is no concept of timeout, timer and all. Means infinitely the sender waiting for acknowledgement, infinite time for receiver wait for receiver wait for receiver wait for packet. Means they are waiting for infinite time. Deadlock, due to this there is a problem that is come in picture, that is deadlock occur. Because they are waiting each other infinite time. So regarding this I want to give you some theory point. Please keep in mind. First is sender send data or packet to receiver. Second is that sender stop. Now sender just send and sender stop and wait for acknowledgement from receiver. Third point is that receiver send acknowledgement, receiver send ACK to the sender. And fourth point is that after receiving the ACK, sender send the next packet. After receiving ACK received, sender send next packet. Okay, this is the basic idea how it is working. Let's we do some analysis on this. Just give me 1 minute. Battery get low. Just a second. In this, what happened? First, I will tell some point. There is a sender and there is a receiver. Sender and receiver. Sender send a packet 010. And the 010 is reached at the receiver side. Now receiver give the ACK. After processing it, ACK. After processing it, it is send the ACK. Means by putting, means when you put your data onto the channel, that is your transmission time. When your packet is travel through the channel, that is your propagation time. Okay, it is your transmission time and propagation time. Means when you are putting your transmission time and then your propagation time, this is your propagation time. Then it store in the receiver buffer and waiting for their turn when the receiver process this packet. And then processing time, then or waiting for their turn, that is queuing time. After processing this, it give the acknowledgement. And acknowledgement means acknowledgement, the receiver put the acknowledgement onto the channel, that is also transmission time. Means a transmission delay for ACK. And your acknowledgement is travel through the channel, that is propagation time for PT, for PT, or you can say that the TP, propagation time for ACK. Then your ACK in buffer at the sender side, means once it reach at the sender side, and it wait in the sender buffer and waiting for the process, because sender process it, waiting for the process. Then it is as I say, it is queuing delay, and then waiting for the processing by the sender. Then it is your processing delay for ACK. Means this is the time, means transmission time plus propagation time plus queuing plus propagation time, queuing process, plus your processing time. This is your for acknowledgement total time, ACK total time. And this is for this is for sending the data. Means total time of sending the data is that is your transmission time plus propagation time plus queuing plus propagation processing time. This is the total time of the sending the packet, and this is the total time of the acknowledgement. I want to give you some point here. Now you get the clear picture. First is that sender put the data onto the transmission channel. Sender put the data onto the transmission channel. That is your TT, transmission time. And second is that data packet propagate toward the receiver and data packet propagate toward the receiver end. That is your propagation time. This one is a propagation time. Third one is that data packet reach at the receiver and wait in its buffer. Data packet reach at receiver end and wait its buffer, wait it in buffer. Packet wait in its buffer at receiver end. Next point is that receiver process the data, means waiting is nothing else your queuing delay. And then next is that the receiver processes the data packet, that is nothing else your processing time. That is nothing else your processing time, means for processing, means how much time is required to process this data, and after that giving the acknowledgement to the receiver, that is known as the processing time. Okay, is there any confusion in this point? Or in this slide, please tell me, is there any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Vatsal is there, Vatsal and Dipin Rawal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What I teach right now, what you understand by this
मैम आपने
by this slide?
अभी आपने मैम वर्किंग समझाया था,
What you
आईटीडी का
understand?
वर्किंग समझाया
Stop
था,
and wait.
नोइसलेस चैनल है ना वो।
हाँ, क्या समझ आया आपको?
कि सबसे पहले तो मैम वो सेंडर जो होता है वो अपना डेटा रिसीवर को ट्रांसफर करता है, और सबसे पहले तो वो सेंडर स्टॉप हो जाता है, रिसीवर का एक्नॉलेजमेंट मिलता है तभी वो आगे जाता है सेंडर। फिर उसको वो डेटा और पैकेट्स और वो सब मिलता है उसको। फिर जो सेंडर होता है वो अपना डेटा ट्रांसमिशन चैनल में जाने देता है।
Okay. Mute yourself. Next point is that receiver puts the acknowledgement. Receiver put the acknowledgement onto the channel. That is transmission time of the acknowledgement. And next is that for better understanding, this is for acknowledgement. Please keep in mind. For better understanding, you must note down in your notebook also. Receiver put acknowledgement ACK onto the channel. That is your TT for ACK. मैं इसको लिख रही हूँ TT ACK. ठीक है. Then next is that acknowledgement propagate toward the sender, means this acknowledgement travel toward the sender, propagate toward sender, like packet propagate toward receiver, like same way acknowledgement also propagate toward the sender. That is nothing else, propagation time PT for ACK. Okay. Third point is that in this acknowledgement reaches at a sender side and wait in its buffer, means acknowledgement wait in a sender buffer, and sender after that wait in this, after that sender process it. Sender process the acknowledgement ACK, means here there are total 4 times are include. One is that that is your transmission time for ACK, then propagation time for ACK, then queuing, it is wait for processing by the sender, then your processing time. This is total time of ACK, and same thing is applied for the sending packet also. Okay, so this is the basic analysis of the stop and wait protocol. Is there any doubt in this analysis?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now total time. What do you understand by the total time? Total time is nothing else, your transmission delay plus propagation delay plus queuing delay plus your processing delay. This is total time. It is for packet. When you send from sender to receiver, you can say that this is for sender to receiver, when your packet move from sender to receiver. Okay, plus transmission delay plus propagation delay plus queuing delay plus processing delay. QD plus queuing delay, PD plus processing delay. This is for acknowledgement. Please keep in mind, total time is packet plus acknowledgement. So you can say that in this, two things are ignorable, that is queuing delay and processing delay are negligible. So one thing that is the remaining thing is that transmission delay of the packet and transmission and propagation delay of the packet, and transmission delay and propagation delay of the acknowledgement is considered in the total time. So we can say that transmission delay D for delay plus propagation delay of the packet plus the transmission delay of the acknowledgement is also negligible, plus the propagation delay of the acknowledgement, that is your basic. As you consider, one time transmission delay come, two time propagation delay come, so we can conclude TT is a transmission time plus 2PT. It is nothing else. It is your transmission time or transmission delay, or it is your propagation delay. Okay, this is your total time. Please keep in mind, transmission delay plus 2PT plus 2 propagation time is your total time. This formula is very important. Please keep in mind. Then how you calculate the efficiency? What the time right now? 11 minutes pending. Okay. Efficiency is nothing else. Efficiency that is represented by this symbol, equal to useful time divided by total time. What is your total time? Transmission time plus 2PT, 2 propagation time. So let me elaborate this. I just write a mu, that is efficiency symbol. Transmission time of a packet divided by transmission time of packet plus 2 into propagation time. Propagation time is your total time. It is total time, na? Total time. This is total time. Okay, let's I write in short note. Can I write this? TT stand for transmission time, or you can say that the capital T or T, and T plus 2TP. This is your propagation time. Please don't get confused. Okay, so this is your final. If you take TT, if you take TT as common, then what came in picture? uh, T T divided by TT हमने कॉमन ले लिया, then 1 plus 2 TP divided by TT is remaining. TT is remaining. This one cancel out. If I say 1 plus 1 plus 2 TP divided by TT, just for simplicity. So I write this for my easiness. It is equivalent to A, and A is equal to TP divided by TT. That is nothing else, 1 plus 1 plus 2A. That is your efficiency formula. That is your efficiency formula, final efficiency formula. Okay, in this one more thing is that is throughput. Throughput, how you calculate the throughput? Throughput is nothing else, efficiency, that is this one, into bandwidth. If you write this, whatever be the result of efficiency, just you multiply with the bandwidth, that is your throughput. This is the basic idea. Then you calculate the round trip time, RTT. RTT is stand for round trip time. Everybody type your enrollment number in chat box. Round trip time. Round trip time is nothing else. It is equal to 2 into propagation delay. Whatever is your propagation delay, that is multiplied by 2. Okay, what are the advantages? What are the advantages of stop and wait protocol? Advantage is that advantage of a stop and wait protocol is, first is it is simple to implement. Second thing is that the incoming packet from receiver is always an acknowledgement. The incoming packet from receiver is acknowledged, is always acknowledgement. Okay, what are the limitation, or you can say that the disadvantage? Limitation is that it is extremely inefficient. Why it is inefficient? First is that it is inefficient. Why it is inefficient? Because it make the transmission process extremely slow. Transmission process is slow because it send one bit at a time, one bit at a time and after sending one bit, it is 1 bit, or you can say that 1 frame at a time. It is wait for the acknowledgement until unless it don't get the acknowledgement, then till that it is not sending the next one. This is the major disadvantage. Next is the, if the data packet is sent to the sender get lost, means आपका पैकेट जो आपने सेंड किया है, if packet get lost, in that case sender wait for acknowledgement for infinite time, and receiver wait for next packet for infinite time. Means sender wait for the acknowledgement for infinite time, and receiver wait for the acknowledgement for infinite time, next packet for the infinite time. Due to this, deadlock occur. They are waiting each other. Deadlock situation arises. This is all about your stop and wait protocol. If you have any doubt, please tell me. Is there any doubt?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we assumed that the transmission is error-free. Then how can a packet get lost?
No. Not error free, na? Because while you are communicating through the internet, or while you are using the channel, or you are communicating through the device, even when you are